Hi everyone, in today's Essay Shark tutorial we are looking at how to write a first draft of your ebook. We will give you basic tips on how to stay on track of the writing process and finish your book. Let's kick things off. Better writing. Every time. Essay Shark. Make an outline. So, first, no matter whether you are going to write a textbook or a novel, creating an outline is essential. Plan will help you split the work into pieces and properly organize your thoughts. Moreover, a good outline keeps you on track and avoids writer's block. If your book should resolve a particular issue for the reader, make a list of steps you plan to disclose to the reader. Try writing extended sentences to reveal points better. Here are the typical outlines you can use. Mind map. The visual organization of your ideas is connected to the central idea. Synopsis. It's a short description of your book following all chapters and plot twists. Save the cat. Beat sheet. This method is better for novels and fiction. The main idea is to divide your plot into 15 beats. Thematic method. It's a great way to order the thoughts for books connected to business, self-development, and other non-fiction books. Divide the topic into logical subtopics to reveal the main idea. Practical method. It's a great way to present ideas in a self-help book. You can move from explaining the pain to solutions and practical advice smoothly. This leads us to the next point, which is create a writing plan. Now, when you have a rough outline, it's time to set up a plan and goals. It's highly important, as you might experience a burst of energy followed by writer's block and lack of motivation. A schedule will turn the writing into a routine and discipline you. Set the deadline. Be realistic and define the scope. If you plan to write a 300-page book for a month while balancing your job and family, you are more likely to fail and get nervous. Planning your time pushes you to do what is enough and gives you balance in other activities. How much time does a writer need to write a book? There's no exact answer, but on average it takes from 4 to 8 months to write a book. Word count. The number of pages will depend on the type of book you are writing. For example, here are approximate length of books depending on genre. As you can see, the number of words varies significantly. For example, if your book will be addressed to young adults and students, you may follow the limits between 20,000 to 50,000 words. Also, the word count will depend on the topic, your information, and the number of chapters. So, how to find out book word count? Consider your topic. The more information you wish to disclose in your book, the more words you will need to write. Look for the interests of your prospective audience. Children and young adults typically read shorter books. Analyze your competitors. Find out an average word count of best-selling books in your niche. Think about the publishing cost. If you plan to make a hard copy, the cost of publishing will depend on the amount of pages. Be realistic. Only you can decide the amount of words to write. Follow your intuition. In other words, take into account that the word limit is up to you. Next, we will discuss how to set writing goals. Set daily goals for writing. This point requires a tremendous amount of self-discipline, as most of us tend to find excuses to avoid things we don't want to do at the time. How to set the writing goal? You can set both word count limits and time limits. For example, write 1,500 words every day. Set the timer for an hour and dedicate this time strictly to writing. Write 1 chapter in 2 weeks. Practice morning journaling. Make sure you can quickly achieve the goal without sacrificing other valuable things. At the same time, try to stay flexible. If you tend to set unrealistic expectations and goals, it may end in burnout and disappointment. Don't forget to schedule recovery time and monitor your creative energy. And finally, now we come to the next point. Write an engaging opening sentence. Whether you are writing fiction or a textbook, dedicate some time to writing a captivating first line to prepare your reader for the journey. One of the most important parts of writing your book is figuring out what you're going to start with. What's your first sentence? One of the most important parts of writing your book is figuring out what you're going to start with. What's your first sentence? Consider the following typical ideas for your once upon a timeline. Fact. With a simple sentence, you can tell the reader the entire meaning of the book. or write about the fact that it is already known to a wide variety of readers. Eternal principle. You can state the obvious principle. For example, you can tell that learning something broadens your mind. Author's story. If you address your book to students, it's good to show that the author has been in their shoes. Flashback to the past. Relate the topic of your book to the facts from history. Or disclose some facts from the past of your main hero. Extraordinary. Boom! And with a wave of a magic wand, you have written the book. Magic? No, just an introduction to a book on writing. That's all for the second part. Get started with writing your book today. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below to more videos like this.